This example, we will use the exact values from either the figures or the table to show that the following are true. We are showing that the left-hand side expression equals the right-hand side expression. For part A, the left-hand side is cosine squared of 60 degrees plus sine squared of 60 degrees. We will write in the way that's easier to look for the numbers or easier to complete with the numbers. Cosine squared 60 degrees means cosine of 60 degrees squared plus sine of 60 degrees squared. From the table, the cosine of 60 degrees is 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 power 2 plus the sine of 60 degrees, which is square root 3 over 2 and squared. Simplify, the power 2 means multiply by itself. So we get 1 over 4 plus 3 over 4, which is 1, the same as the right-hand side. Check. And in part B, in similar way, the left-hand side is cosine square of 45 degrees plus sine squared of 45 degrees. Quantity squared of cosine 45 degrees plus quantity squared of sine 45 degrees. From the table, cosine 45 degrees is square root 2 over 2 and squared, square root 2 over 2 squared. We get 2 over 4 plus 2 over 4 or 1, which is the same as the right-hand side. Number 2, simplify each expression by first substituting values from the table of exact values and then simplifying the resulting expression. Part A, 5 times sine squared of 60 degrees or 5 times the quantity squared of sine of 60 degrees. From the table, the sine of 60 degrees is square root 3 over 2. So we are squaring square root 3 over 2 or multiplying by itself twice. Then we get 5 times 3, which is 15, 15 over 4 as a result. And part B, the power 2 of sine 30 degrees plus cosine 30 degrees. Recall the power 2 means multiply by itself twice. So multiply the same expression twice. Sine times sine is sine squared. And sine times cosine, sine 30 degrees, cosine 30 degrees, the same as the inner times inner function. So we get another sine 30 degrees times cosine 30 degrees. And then the outer and outer function gives us cosine squared of 30 degrees. We call the Pythagorean identity. Sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta equals 1. In this case, your common theta is 30 degrees. So these two boxes will give you the value 1. And then the middle two terms, they are like terms. They can be combined as 2 times sine of 30 degrees times cosine of 30 degrees. And next, from the table, we'll give you the sine of 30 degrees as 1 over 2 and the cosine of 30 degrees as square root 3 over 2. Simplify the number. 2 and 2 reduce. You will get 1 plus square root 3 over 2 as the exact solution. Next example, we have 5 times sine of 45 degrees squared plus 5 times cosine of 45 degrees squared. Both of them have the common factor 5. Factor 5 out. So we have sine of 45 degrees quantity squared plus cosine of 45 degrees quantity squared. Again, we can use the Pythagorean identity as the square of the sine plus the square of cosine of the same angle will give you 1. Therefore, we have 5 multiplied by 1 or just 5. Next, sine square of 45 degrees minus 2 times the tangent square of 30 degrees. Sine square 45 is the same as sine of 45 degrees squared minus 2 times the tangent of 30 degrees squared. And from the table, sine of 45 degrees is square root 2 over 2. Quantity squared minus 2 times the tangent of 30 degrees is 1 over square root 3 and quantity squared. Simplify the numbers. Square root 2 over 2 times itself twice. We will get 2 over 4. It's from square root 2 over 2 multiplied by square root 2 over 2. And similar over here, 1 over square root 3 multiplied by 1 over square root 3. So the first term gives us 2 over 4 minus 2 times the power 2 of 1 over square root 3 is 1 over 3. Then we get 1/2 minus 2 over 3. Next, we're going to find the common denominator, which is 6. So multiply the first fraction by 3 over 3. Multiply the second fraction by 2 over 2. So we get 3 minus 4 with the same denominator 6 or negative 1 over 6.